At one point, Calvin thought that he would go to Strasbourg, was fleeing from France and trying to create a new home in Strasbourg. Well, he had to go south to avoid some of the armies at that point, and he finds himself traveling through Geneva.
As the most direct road to Strasbourg was shut up by the wars, I had resolved to pass quickly by Geneva, without staying longer than a single night in that city. A little before this, Popery had been driven from Geneva by the exertions of William Farel and Peter Viret, but matters were not yet brought to a settled state, and the city was divided into unholy and dangerous factions. Farel, who burned with an extraordinary zeal to advance the gospel, immediately strained every nerve to detain me, and after having learned that my heart was set upon devoting myself to private studies, for which I wished to keep myself free from other pursuits, and finding that he gained nothing by entreaties, he proceeded to utter an imprecation that God would curse my retirement and the tranquility of the studies which I sought, if I should withdraw and refuse to give assistance when the necessity was so urgent.
When he gets to Geneva, he encounters a church that's already on the ground and it has been formed in both its worship practices as well as its sensibilities by the Swiss reformers. And so he is walking into a situation where his ideas may not readily fit into their understanding of reform.
It is the fall of 1536. Calvin settles in Geneva with his brother Anthony and his half-sister Marie. Calvin is soon elected to be a preacher, and shortly after that he is appointed as professor of divinity. He now shares primary responsibility for providing worship, pastoral care, religious instruction, and administrative oversight to a city of over 10,000 people, with a central cathedral and several parish churches. He is 27 years old.